What is up, guys? Welcome back to my reaction channel. It's your boy Chris. Today we're gonna be reacting to internet historian, the balloon boy, the untold story, She's crazy, bro. I believe this one goes to the news, right? Like this one was virals and shit. So yeah, we're gonna be reacting to it. Anyways, like the video, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell button for post notifications, If you have any suggestions, comment down below. Also for algorithms and shit, With that being said, let's get into the intro. Man, I missed the part where internet stars
Good evening.
TV shows.
I'm
shit,
Mike Check, and tonight on Unsolved Internet Mysteries,
Look at that, bro.
Balloon Boy. Here's the story you probably know. On October 15th, 2009,
it was all over the news.
Falcon Heaney, 6 years old, hopped into a balloon and was carried off into the air. For 2 hours and 60 miles, he traveled across the vistas of Colorado, eventually landing just shy of Denver International Airport.
Bro.
But when they opened up the saucer, there was no boy. At first it was feared that Falcon had fallen along the way, and a manhunt started to find the boy's body. But after a couple of hours, Falcon wandered into the living room of the family home and confessed that he had been hiding in a box in the attic of the garage. It was one of the biggest news stories and memes of the year.
That was a red flag.
During the event, Balloon Boy was also the most searched term on Google. But it was an expensive game of hide and seek. Up to 50 rescue workers were involved, including 2 military helicopters, police, the Colorado National Guard, the Federal Aviation Administration, ambulances, firefighters, and the balloon drifted so close to the airport that a bunch of flights had to be rerouted. The total cost of the incident was estimated at $2 million.
What?
Press flocked to the Heaney home, and the family gave an interview on CNN.
Pause, guys.
And then, this happened.
Pause. Guys, it's not even... How is it $2 million? But that's very expensive, That's a lot of money. And then you just by rerouting the planes and shit, is it all about the airport, the interruption in the flight? Shit. That is expensive.
He's asking Falcon, did you hear us calling your name at any time? You did?
You did?
Why didn't you come out?
Oh shit.
You guys said that we did this for a show.
Police and the press were quick to change angle from accident to publicity stunt. The mother and father were charged, and they pleaded guilty. So that's the story. Or is it? To this day, Richard Heaney, the father, adamantly claims it was never a hoax, just an experiment gone wrong. And after doing my own research, I'm starting to believe him. This is the story you probably don't know.
Nah.
Let's take a closer look at Richard Heaney. He's an interesting guy. He likes to do science and chase storms.
Getting into the path of the oncoming tornado.
He is also an inventor.
Hi, I'm inventor Richard Heaney, and boy do I love my truck! That's why I would never permanently mount toolboxes or a lumber rack on the back. No! I'm going to use my pickup to pick up hot chicks! Yes! 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 Yes!
What the fuck is wrong with you, bro?
HeaneyDuty.com!
He's obviously nuts and a bit of a human meme.
I just invented perpetual motion.
And what about the rest of the family? Youngest, Falcon. Eldest, Brett.
Bro, I miss this kind of commercials, when you were watching some dramas and shit, and then suddenly there's a commercial like that, you overhype and shit. I miss those kind of commercials. Yo.
Bradford, his wife Mayumi,
Funny,
originally from Japan, and middle child Rio. The family appeared on the hit reality TV show Wife Swap twice, and it was their behavior on the show that made the police and the press suspicious. Before we break down the case against Richard Heaney, I'm going to show you
So there's a
raw
red
footage
flag,
from the
I'm telling
liftoff.
you, bro. That's
Now,
red
first
flag
thing, did you see it? Helium canisters. 3. They're big and they're expensive, and it's much more helium than they would need for a one-time hoax, but the right amount for ongoing experiments. This is a purpose-built structure for Richard's experiments. Seems elaborate for a hoax. A high-voltage sticker, because Richard really was testing electronics on board.
Hold on, Brad. Cut. Record.
Yeah.
What do you hope to gain by doing this? I mean, you're
This
not
is a
even
release
discovering
called
new
not
shit,
a tether,
like,
by the way.
everything that you're doing, you can just search it on the internet and look up the answer, you know?
Okay. Are you Heather?
One of the loose tethers.
Get up like a tether now!
Now Richard gets mad, and it really doesn't feel like acting. Either he genuinely is losing his temper over the loss of his balloon, or he's deliberately making himself out to look like an asshole.
Spider-Man! Get tethered out, Jesus!
The kid sure is doing a good job of acting too, and remember that they would only have one take because there's only one balloon.
What are you talking about? I told you to tie down tether. I told you to tether. No, you know what it is? You never listen to what I say.
Shit, bro, that's a clusterfuck right there. Fucking hell.
A fourth canister.
You were just here.
No, he's in there.
What?
He's in there. It's all growing.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
He was just right here. Okay.
Pause. The kid was... I don't know, bro. The kid was like... He's in there so many times in front of their face, and they were like fighting against each other. Are they purposely ignoring him, bro? Like, I don't know, man. Also, what internet is almost saying, like, it's too elaborate to be a hoax. I don't think so, man. There's so many hoax out there that is too elaborate that you wouldn't even believe, like, bro. Shit. Wait up. There we go.
But here's another weird thing. This photo from the police shows that Richard's electrical equipment for readings and experiments is still on board. Why? Why let your stuff get smashed out in a field somewhere? Now that you've seen the liftoff, let's look at the case against the Heenies. That the balloon couldn't have lifted Falcon. He called the news before 911, the live slip-up on television, a confession, and a guilty plea. Pretty airtight, right? Nope. Let's start from the top. Could this balloon lift a boy? The balloon is 17 feet wide by 6 feet tall. With this we can figure out the surface area and the volume. We also know the construction materials. Plastic, alfoil, cardboard, thin plywood, duct tape, wire, strings, tether. The balloon's total volume is over 900 cubic feet. That gives us a lift potential of 65 pounds, minus the weight of the craft, and Falcon only weighed 37 pounds, the police weighed in. That gives you enough lift potential to raise the boy with another 11 to 12 pounds to spare. Next point.
Okay.
You're about to hear the 911 call. The media and police both said that Richard called the news first, then 911. That was a lie. The phone records show that he called the FAA first, because he knew they could track the balloon better. Then they
Bro, you
told
can't
him to call
you can't trust
911
media
and he
these days.
immediately did so.
Ever.
When he did, the 911 operator put him on
Fucking
hold.
lying, bro.
When taken off hold, Mayumi picks up the phone.
Okay. And so it was an experimental plane?
Yeah, it's a flying saucer.
And is that's gone too, right?
I'm sorry.
How long is the flying saucer gone as well?
We gotta get my son.
Okay. Hang on
It's
just a
still
second.
them,
Don't
bro.
hang
What
up,
the
okay?
fuck's
Just
wrong
a
with
minute.
They get put on hold for a second time.
Ma'am, does it have any kind of a tracking device or anything
Wasting
on
a
it?
lot of time. It's like,
No.
Okay, where was the saucer? Was it in the backyard?
Yeah, here, take that. Hello?
Yes, is this Richard?
Yes, it is.
Was the flying saucer in the backyard?
Yes.
Okay, it obviously has electronics where he can know how to work it. He gets it up off the air, off the ground.
No, he doesn't know how it operates.
So we are sure that he's in that.
Yeah, we looked everywhere, and then my son just said because we had it tethered, it wasn't supposed to take off.
So there's no electronics on it. There's no tracking device, right?
No.
Okay, hang on just a second.
By this point, they've now spent 20 minutes with the police and they've been put on hold for a third time. So it was no wonder that they called the news and asked for a helicopter. Next point.
What did Falcon have to say about the answer he gave on CNN?
Well, what happened was, this Chinese reporter walked up to me. He asked me if I could show him how he got in the attic for his TV shows. So I said, okay. And then after that, another person asked me, so...
You look like a girl, bro.
So what happened about this balloon thing? I was like this. I did it for the show. I said that because I thought he was talking about the Chinese guy.
It's not a great excuse, but it's within the realm of possibility. On the day of the Heaney's arrest, the police issued a warrant to take phones, computers, documents, cameras, everything they could. And what did they find? Nothing. Nada.
Oh, shit.
They interviewed Falcon, Brad, Rio, each several times without parental supervision. Again, what did they get? Nothing. So the police had nothing. That's not great for the prosecution. So the police would need a confession. They tried Richard, but he wasn't admitting to anything. So they pressed Mayumi, and she spilled the beans. But hold on, because her confession sucks. English is not her first language. Police arranged the meeting under false pretenses, so she didn't have a lawyer with her. And also, it doesn't make any sense.
So
She said in the confession that they built the craft only 2 weeks prior. Interesting. Here's Sherry from Wife Swap.
There was one point where I had to hold the spaceship and clean it and carry it, and Falcon ran into the spaceship and hid in there.
Built 2 weeks prior? Well, Sherry just said that she was cleaning it during filming, which was 8 months ago.
Are you suspicious of him, and if so, why?
Knowing him, I couldn't imagine that he would tell the whole country that his son was up in the balloon.
She also speaks about Falcon.
What's Falcon like?
Literally is the type of child that you would actually see that would go into the spaceship. So it wasn't surprising that maybe Richard might have thought he was in there.
So that leaves a big question. Why did the police pick on Richard Heaney?
I'm being persecuted, I think, for the benefit of Alderton. His term runs out in 2011. He's probably going to run for governor, who knows, but not off my back.
How dare Richard Heaney accuse an honest man like Sheriff Alderton of...
You know, they're dead set on persecuting the guy.
Richard said that he was taking it to court. He would not plead guilty. He would not confess. So over the next month, the police applied pressure, bringing up topics such as Mayumi's citizenship status and federal charges. It was lose-lose for Richard. Potential felonies, the cost of court and lawyers, his wife could be deported. The story was number one on Google and the press had already decided it was a hoax, so any jury would be stacked against him.
What?
It was a hoax.
Yeah, we know.
Guilty or innocent, this plea was the only sensible choice he had. The Heaneys were handed a $36,000 fine and a short term in jail. And Richard would have to formally apologize in court before a judge and the police.
I'm very, very sorry. And I want to apologize to, all the rescue workers out there and the people that got involved in the community.
Yeah.
Lastly, despite poring over dozens of interviews over the span of 8 years, I have not been able to find one instance where Richard has been caught in a lie. There's evidence of the police lying, evidence of the media lying. Richard's story has not changed. So where does that leave us really? One piece of evidence. This interview. The testimony of a sleep-deprived 6-year-old who's not even really listening to the question. That's it. Those 10 words are the main substance of the case against Richard Heaney. When I first started researching this story, I thought it would be a fun chance to take a few cheap shots at some liar from Colorado. But now I'm not so sure. I'm not saying for certain that this isn't a hoax, but I think there is more here than what was decided in the press and by means in October of 2009.
That was good, bro.
Hi, I'm inventor Richard Heaney. If you itch like a son of a twitch, then you need my
What
invention,
the fuck?
patent
You
pending
itch like
bear
son of a
scratch.
twitch.
Check it out. Oh man, this thing feels good. This thing's strong. Oh. Ah, God.
Yo, that is the Balloon Boy, you know, by internet historian. He weird as fuck though, like, bro. My thoughts on this one is that he's weird, you know. He's one of those, like, I don't know, he strikes me out of a person who is so desperate to be famous and shit. But I learned it first at the start though, but then I changed my mind in the end. I don't know if he's guilty or not, but all I'm saying is that he's irresponsible parent, bro. Don't put your child near the experiments that you're doing, alright? Don't do that kind of shit, bro. You never know when it's gonna go south and your child is gonna get hurt. So don't do that kind of shit, bro. Especially, what do you even hope to find out doing those balloon experiments and shit, bro? What are you, Einstein or something? Damn. If you wanna learn something, just go into the internet. It's 2004 or 8, something like that. Bro, there's internet already that time, bro. You can just research shit. On the other hand, like, he strikes me out of with all those invention and shit. Strikes me out of a shopping channel guy, you know, those people who try to sell stuff, you know, shit, stuff like that, bro. The police, on the other hand, yeah, they're dead set on convicting the guy, even though there's not even enough evidence and shit. They confiscated a lot of devices that they have, the computer that they have, storage that they have. They never find out anything. The only thing that they had is a self-confession from a kid who's not even, like, right in the mind because sleep deprivation, you know what I'm saying, bro? So yeah, the media on the other hand, don't fucking trust them. I always told you guys, media lie too much, especially these days. Fuck you all for real. Anyways, that is it, guys. Like the video, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell button for post notifications, you know. If you have any suggestions, comment down below. If you wanna see more of my reactions, you know, head down to my playlist. With that being said, I'll see you